The gallery's been here, as you say, from 1970. Started in 1970 as the first contemporary gallery on the street. Before that, there were galleries just doing secondary market, so antique type work. But the Torrance has set this up as a contemporary gallery. So for me to come in and buy the business and then start to make some dramatic changes made no sense at all. They've got a very strong mailing list, they've got a very strong customer base, they've been shopping here for a long time. And they didn't want that to change. I didn't want to be kind of scaring the horses. There was no need to do that. So some small changes will happen over time, gradually, and just spruce the place up a wee bit. There's so many different styles of galleries on the street that we are pretty good at keeping our own kind of personality. And the kind of work that's shown here is very traditional, it's very representational art, it's painting, traditional painting. We are quite, in a way, traditional and old-fashioned compared to some of the newer galleries on the street who are doing more contemporary work. So it's a nice mix, and I think everyone has their niche and everyone has their own set of customers that come in. And yes, I've taken over the mad schedule that the previous owner had in place, and bless him, I do not know how he managed all these years. So we do short exhibitions with a rapid turnaround, and the openings are very busy. Well, I've known Lynn for a long time. I've worked with Lynn for a very long time. I showed her in a gallery in the south side that I used to run, and effectively was there at the launch of her career. So we were one of the very first galleries to really show her when she was starting to think about exhibiting commercially. Oil paintings, oils on canvas, very thick, as you can see, very thick texture and a technique called wet on wet, which is difficult technique to master, and it's a rapid technique. You really have to know where the painting is going when you start the painting. You can imagine putting wet oil on top of wet oil could be a recipe for disaster, but she just manages it beautifully, and she's very instinctive about her painting, very energetic. So in terms of a style, the technique is very recognisable, but the variation in the subject matter makes the show very interesting. So she does still life, floral, landscape, a lot of fields, and she's based in the Borders, so she does a lot of Borders landscape. But also here she's known very much for her Edinburgh skylines, doorways, Edinburgh cityscapes.